Greetings everyone from Piedmont Triad International Airport in Greensboro, North Carolina, the home of Carolina Aircraft. Now, Carolina Aircraft is the #1 reseller of prime condition Beechcraft Barons and Bonanzas. I'm May K. Bueller, a longtime Beechcraft enthusiast and flight instructor, and I am delighted to tell you about this beautiful Baron G58. It's a 2010 model. It's really low time. It's got lots of bells and whistles, WAS synthetic vision, lots to tell you about, so let's get started. The G58 is a fast airplane, 200 knots, and you're going to be going places. The range is 1,000 nautical miles plus IFR reserve. So you want to load your stuff up front. You can carry 300 pounds up here. You've got the spring thing. And listen to this. You want to take your golf clubs? No problem. Take the woods off, and it fits beautifully right in here. Baron 224 Charlie Alpha is equipped with a known icing package. You can see we've got the hot props, we've got the hot windshield, and the de-ice boots on the wings. Now, as you probably know, the Baron is iconic. It's legendary. It's right up there in the top hierarchy of light twin aircraft. Love the performance and the power, and this is why. Now, this is a special edition engine. It's a Teledyne Continental IO 550, 300 horsepower. Now, about 1,525 hours on the engines, prop, and airframe since new. Both engines have had a top overhaul in September of 2013, less than 650 hours ago. This is an exceptional Baron for so many reasons. You're going to want to take her places, and we've got the fuel to do just that. How about long-range tanks with 196 gallons of usable fuel? So this is one of my favorite parts of the airplane. I like airplanes that are outstanding, and boy, does this one fill the bill. So check out the paint. It's overall Matterhorn white with metallic black and platinum striping. And I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8, but I love the scheme. It is gorgeous. The tail is in beautiful condition, no corrosion at all. What I like are the stainless steel screws and fasteners. Now, when it comes to the windows, this is excellent. We've got the G and D tinted window interpanes. Now, this kind of serves as soundproofing, but of course, more important than that, keeps out the UV rays. It's going to keep your passengers cooler, especially in the summertime, keeping that heat out. And for the pilots, we've got the rosin sun visors. Now, there are some extra features in this plane that are wonderful. In 2005, a lot of recommended inspections were done that were not mandatory. For example, there was a wing bolts inspection done, a 500-hour alternator inspection, 500-hour landing gearbox inspection, among others. Two things folks really love about the Baron: the large cargo doors, and look at this, reversible club seating. Now, also the flexibility of the seats themselves. You can actually remove this seat, no tools required, for ease of loading baggage in the back. So come on inside and relax a little bit. Now, let me tell you, this plane has always been professionally flown. It was owned by a pharmaceutical company, so you know that those business associates rode in style. Now, whether it's your business associates or your family, they're going to love the interior. Let me show you. We've got these beautiful beige leather seats, beautiful tan carpet, and tumbleweed headliner. Love the executive writing desk here. We've got cup holders. You've got an intercom system for 6 folks, built-in oxygen, XM weather, and music. What's not to love?
I'm George Johnson with Carolina Aircraft, and we're here today to look at this beautiful instrument panel on November 224 Charlie Alpha. This airplane is equipped with the G1000 glass panel, including WAS and synthetic vision. Let's take a look starting on the pilot side. Let's take a look at the primary flight display starting on the pilot side. At the top we have your nav frequencies, and these flip-flop back and forth. And then we have your heading bug that we can set. And if you look at the heading bug right here, we can push that and it will auto center. Down here is your altitude pre-select, and we can select the altitude for climbing out of Greensboro. And then we have a nav inset mode. In fact, if you push this, you'll see that we have a nav page that comes up, and you can put traffic, XM weather, all that stuff right here on the pilot's primary flight display. I'm going to turn that off. This is your airspeed tape. and you'll notice that it's red because we're on the ground and we're not going fast enough to fly. It changes colors, and it also has your VX and VY speeds that come up automatically as you gain speed. Down here you get a readout for your ground speed, your true airspeed, and your wind data. This is your artificial horizon, and you'll notice the flight director is displayed in there in the climb mode, about 7 degrees mode up, nose up. And then is your HSI, and you can change this to several different modes. You can change it to the CDI mode for your VOR, Localizer 1, Localizer 2, and your GPS mode en route. This is your tape for your vertical speed indicator and your altitude. This is your altimeter, your VSI, and you can set your barometric pressure over here and do a lot of great things with the airplane. Down here we have your transponder mode, so we can enter your transponder data. We have the alerts that come up if there are any discrepancies that automatically come up on the airplane. And over here on the right side of the panel we have your pilot's comm, and you can flip-flop these frequencies back and forth just like that. In the center of the panel we have your audio panel, and this is really neat because we have COM 1, COM 2, and we also have a split COM, so the co-pilot can be on a different frequency checking the weather while the pilot's talking to ATC. This is one of my favorite features about the G1000 system. It has a reversionary mode. If you've completely lost your PFD, you can push this button and it will display on your co-pilot side. So your co-pilot has the same information that you have, plus you can have the the nav information over there as well. In addition to that, if you have two pilots that want to fly, you can have it displayed this way so that the co-pilot doesn't have to look over your shoulder to fly the airplane. Over here on the multifunction display, we have your autopilot. This has probably the best autopilot in the business, the Garmin GFC 700 Autopilot Flight Director Slaved HSI system. This also has yaw damp, heading, flight director, nav and approach modes, altitude hold. It has VNAV, vertical speed, and it also has a flight level control that will allow you to climb at a certain airspeed. Just like on your primary flight display at the top, you have your nav controls. In the center, this will read out ground speed if we were flying, estimated time of arrival, estimated time en route, your distance, that sort of thing. And these are your COM frequencies over here that you can put in. This map is on terrain right now, but we have several different map pages. This is the terrain map page, obviously. And then we have traffic. And you can change the range of the traffic if you want to show traffic closer in. This is your radar page. This airplane has weather radar, and it also has XM. This is your XM weather page. And then this is your terrain page again, showing, obviously we're on the ground, so it's all showing red. The airplane also has chart view, and it has XM weather as well as music. This is a great system, the most preferred system for this type of bearing. Now let's take a look at the pilot's control wheel. You'll notice this is a leather-wrapped control wheel. In the front we have a mic button or push-to-talk button. On the top is your autopilot disconnect button. And this is your control wheel steering button, which will bring up the flight director and your artificial horizon. This is your electric trim switch. The airplane's equipped with electric elevator trim. In the center of the panel we have your control wheel clock, and this will double as a timer to time your approaches. On the right hand side of the control wheel we have a map light. This will put a light in the pilot's lap, a light in the outside air temperature gauge, and a light in the compass. Then we have a transponder ident button, and this is a clearance replay switch or an audio replay switch in case you didn't hear ATC clearly. And then if you push it forward, it will clear the strikes from your storm scope. The airplane's equipped with a WX500 storm scope system. Oh, and look at this. The airplane has long-range fuel, about 6 hours total. So you might need this little thing. It's a pilot relief tube. Now be sure you push the button and keep it pushed, or you might fill it up.
This G58 bearing is a showstopper. 2010 model with only 1,525 hours on the airframe engine and prop since new. She is gorgeous and beautiful, got lots of bells and whistles. The G1000 fully integrated glass panel flight deck. You've got WAS synthetic vision, you've got music and weather, you've got beautiful interior. Your passengers are going to love it, and you're going to love flying it. And so you do so beautifully and professionally. We're going to throw in flight instruction and ground instruction in the G58. That's included in the price because we want you to be safe and comfortable in the aircraft. So come and look at the aircraft up close and personal. We are Carolina Aircraft. We're at Piedmont Triad International Airport in Greensboro, North Carolina. You can check the plane out online at carolinaaircraft.com or give us a call at 336-665-0300. It's a gorgeous aircraft. Come meet us all in person and see the aircraft. We know you're going to love her. For Carolina Aircraft, I'm May K. Bueller. Thanks so much for watching.